So as soon as we jump on this platform, it'll start moving on its own. So of course, if you touch the lava, you die in one hit. Just have to take out some bad enemies. Then normally when you get on land, I would quickly move off to the right of the platform so I don't get hit by the spikes. Alright. We got the third stage boss. So he has two phases. In this phase, you have to stay on these platforms. There'll be a slower moving one and a faster moving one. So next time we do it, it'll alternate. The diagonal ones will be faster. So start by charging up here. And the pattern's always the same, but as soon as he's done, you have to attack the pig coming out. He's also going to alternate sides that he comes out. That was close. That should be the last cycle. Yep. I've taken him out in 2 before. Oh, that only happened once. That was really difficult to do. Gonna blast off into that ship. When I was younger, I couldn't make it to this stage, but my dad could. And I thought it was so cool. Like, oh man, Dad made it really far into the game, not knowing it was only halfway through. So he's gonna throw these bombs at us, and depending on how close they are when we pass them back to him, will determine if it's going to go over them or hit them. They have to be really close for you, really close to you when you hit them to get them to hit them. It's kind of annoying. It's really easy to mistime it and just take it to the face. Start by charging up here and we'll jump through here. So there's going to be these wooden barrels that come along, but if you get near these, you'll grab hold of them. Because you're naturally going to be pulled to the left. Some of them will you have to jump over, some of them are going to be bouncing. I don't think it's random, but I haven't taken the time to figure it out. So when we get to the end, it'll be that that same dude from earlier, and we just have to attack him once. Jumping on the nose, it'll fall down. Just attacking these bomb enemies, they'll just fall. We're gonna get this one up. So to get this one up, I charge up, I move to the left, and when I'm right under it, I press up and let go. Just like that. And I'll start charging up for this mini-boss. You can attack him once here safely. Now from now on, when he's under you, he'll have a flamethrower that'll come out. I've attempted to attack him diagonally, but sometimes the ricochet doesn't put you back on the track, so I don't even bother with it. So for this, you just have to attack the bomb enemies and not have them fall on them. Pretty straightforward. So we got some platforming sections here. The second you jump on this, it'll move to the left, and then you'll have to jump on another one really quickly. That was close. Almost messed up there. These guys come up to you, and when they see you, they'll shoot at you. You just have to duck. These lasers, you just have to move through them whenever they're clear. Sometimes can be annoying when you're trying to attack these guys too. A little tricky here. The last one won't shoot anything at you if he comes. So I guess the idea of this robot is that he does everything that, he mimics what this guy does. So he's gonna freaking spaz out, and I always just stick to the left and dodge the ones to the left that come every so often. And as soon as this stops, his chest is gonna open up and attack, but you can attack him, he's vulnerable then. At most, you can get in 3 hits per cycle. I'm sure some tool-assisted run's been able to take it out in 1 cycle, though. As far as a human player goes, that's as many as I've been able to do. It takes 5 hits. Now this guy's going to attack you, but the best way to not die, because I have made mistakes on this, is I just charge up and I just release it right as soon as he's coming towards me. You'll attack him and you'll be invincible while he's moving at you. Has a lot of health. Now we're moving towards the pig tower, is what I'm going to call it. So we have another horizontal shooting type section. In this first part, we just have to dodge these bullets. And there's going to be like machine gun fire, but if you place your character over here to the left, they'll never get you. Just got to take these pigs out by attacking them. Attacking the balloon does nothing. As a kid, you used to always think that that's where you had to attack them. These are going to get really fast really quick. Just have to well time it. This one's always funny. Duck down here to the bottom left, and this guy won't get you. You can attack him a little bit right there. So you have to take out these little pellets that are in the center before you can attack him. Really easy to get hit by this. Always like the sound effect that those lasers make. So now we can attack him. Wow, this does a lot of damage. He has another phase here. It's pretty easy though. These bullets will spread out. As long as you're not close to them, they won't damage you, but I think that you can take him out before he even attacks a second time. Yep. We got a one up here. So when we move over to the right, there's going to be this mechanized pig that's going to immediately start chasing us. So if they're invincible-ish. You can't take them out here. If they touch you, you die in one hit. So once he starts running at you, just jump up here, jump over him. So this section's almost like trials. Okay, so we screwed up already. So we need to race these guys to the bottom. Crap. Nice. So these guys are gonna fall out and start chasing us as soon as we move under them. This is the only room where you can kill them. So if you hit this button, you'll release the bridge, and then they fall in. Of note, the instruction manual, from what I remember, has their weakness as question mark. So this is an interesting mini-boss in that we just have to make sure that we don't get crushed. We don't actually have to kill anything. So normally I wait for the opening at the top to open up and I just diagonally blast up there. Just to make sure I have enough time. And we're done. Alright, so this thing is a pain in the ass. So you'll see that on the left there's an up arrow and on the right there's a down arrow. So you have to attack it with your sword and it'll move diagonally downwards in that direction. So you have to use that to navigate. So this is kind of a basic little room they got you in. But it gets more difficult in the next section. Of note, you have to attack the opposite one twice to get it to move in that direction. Attacking it once just has you move horizontally. So I might be quiet here so I can concentrate. I just follow the gems. Miss that one up. I always seem to miss it. Of course, failing on this section results in immediate death. And if the platform touches anything like it just does, and it did there, it'll disappear after a few moments. So for this boss, the first section is a chase sequence. We have to move to the left very quickly, or he'll catch up and kill us. There's a one up here we can get. So now we have a sort of fighting section. Have to be real careful here. He's going to move towards you and you just have to attack you, but he'll get smart after a while and stop doing that to try to trip you up. When that happens, just have him move towards you first and attack, move back, and then move forward. Nice. Now, where else to take the next stage but into space?